going to go. I definitely have no idea how this is going to go, but if you see this video later, I just went for a quick fishing trip after the snowfall. Looks like somebody walked here before me. Not sure if they fished. This is just a live stream, so I'm sorry if the video is going to be a little grainy. Hmm, you might catch something, you never know. I'm not sure if they actually went fishing here, but hey, Demon, what's going on, man? Good to see you. It is cold out here. In European measures, I think it's like minus 10 degrees Celsius, but it's not windy. So we're going to fish for a little bit. Not sure how good it's going to be. So yeah, no guarantees on that. Huh. All right, let's find a spot. I don't have waterproof boots today. Semi-waterproof. Wow, it is pretty though. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, SB? Good to see everybody. Yeah, I know. I might catch you a snowball, Jim. How you doing, Jim? I have good. I have a good feeling about that right there, though. That little pocket. I just need to make sure not to get my feet wet because that's something I don't want to do. I already have a hole in these waterproof boots. Huh. I'm actually using a mustard hook that Trout Raiders sent me in that care package that I got. That was very nice of him. Let's see what we can do. So I haven't opened this package yet, but I have a pack of Mike's garlic eggs. I might throw two of them on. But yeah, it's pretty cold out here. I don't think anybody's fishing in Jersey right now. Hey, Rania, what's going on? Everybody's here. I'm so happy to see you guys. I was not able to even look at many videos during the weekend. It was my older son's birthday, so had a lot of activities. And we got snowed in. So I had to get my snowblower going yesterday. All right, so we're gonna try these. We're gonna try Mike's garlic eggs. This bait has been around. It's probably older than most of us. People have been using this bait since the 80s. All right, I'm kind of staying in the river here. Give me a sec. I'm sure you guys from Florida can't wait to tell me how there is no snow there. All right, look at this. We can use two of them. Oh wow, they got some serious flavor to them. Hold on. I just don't want to fall in. All right, hold on. What I need to do is I need to get something out of my hands. Here we go. Give me a second, guys. Nice, Jim. Thanks. Yeah, I definitely would rather be remodeling right now, but fishing is fun too. I couldn't resist going to try fishing today because I know nobody else is going to be out there. But if there's fish here, we're gonna catch them. On a, I just can't put my rod down. That's the only problem I'm having right now. It is cold. I think it's about 24 degrees outside right now. So yeah, these are Mike's garlic eggs, and they work pretty well. I'm gonna put two of them. And these hooks are actually the ones that Trout Raiders sent me. So yeah, I'm just gonna dress them like this and throw them out there. Now, before I do that, let me make sure I put everything back the way it was. I'm kind of sitting on a rock right now. Might hook into a fish. You never know. Oh, look, we even gave it some snow. Yeah. Hey, thanks for that 100, Jim. I appreciate that. All right, let me put away the bait. I gotta watch what pot I put it in because I stink up. Actually, I'm wearing my ski pants today. All right. You never know. We might get one today. This trout barely move right now, but I think I'm throwing like almost like the perfect bait. I'm gonna let it just drift into that pocket and just kind of hang around there. But yeah, I actually saw a cop in the parking lot. Like I think in this park I see cops all the time. I just made sure I can go into the park because they never plowed here. Not that they should have plowed here, but I'm just saying like it's pretty. The snow is pretty deep right now. Ron Kruger. Well, I'd like to show you a picture, but both of my hands are occupied. I only have one phone. But what is the biggest fish you ever caught? No, we just started fishing. Yeah, it's definitely warmer in Poland than it is in Jersey right now. It is cold right now here, man. Hold on, let me see if I can get a little closer to that. Oh yeah, it is good. Hold on. Where I really don't want to get my shoes wet. We're good. I'm gonna recast this now since I'm closer to the. So yeah, for those who's joining us, we just started fishing. Oh no, I lost a garlic egg. It's sitting on top of the. I'm just gonna use one. You never know, it might work. But I'm definitely not using any weight. I'm just gonna let it free ball. Let's see. Surprisingly, I'm not cold. Surprisingly, I'm not cold. I'm just gonna let the line go. I'm just happy to see people after the weekend. I wasn't able to go out and fish. Just gonna let that line go. Maybe we'll catch something in the drift. All right, now I'm gonna lock it up. Let's see. All right, Jim. 82 people. We should have 82 likes. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you. But yeah, I lost one garlic egg. It's sitting right there. That's not a big deal though. I might throw a rod magnet just to keep them on the hook. You never know, Demon. Conditions might change. You might get snow this week. You never know, buddy. We also might catch a sucker fish if they're around. I basically drifted the salmon egg down the stream, and I'm very slowly pulling. I'm basically almost not moving it, but I'm. Uh, nope. I think we're stuck, boys. I'm not sure what I'm stuck on. I didn't want to do this yet. Please let it go. I think we're gonna lose that hook. Oh no, wait. I might have. I might have caught our favorite treat. Hold on, I'm getting some motion. I think I caught another 3-pounder. Look at that. Look at that dive presso bending. That's definitely not a fish. Ah, that sucks. I don't know how I managed to snag it with just salmon eggs on. But yeah, I did. Unfortunately, don't get a like for that. Actually, wait. I got it pretty close. I think it is a piece of wood. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's a huge. I think I caught a huge branch again. Yeah, it's right here. I don't want to get my feet wet. Damn it. I see a branch. You see that? That's what I caught. It's right there. Every time I come to this spot, it's almost like somebody just doesn't want me fishing here. I catch a giant branch. Hold on. I might be able to pull it up. Hopefully it's not the same branch I caught in my last live stream. Ah, god damn it. Really don't want to get my feet wet. Ah. My shoes are kind of waterproof, but they're not definitely fully waterproof. Hold on, guys. Let's see. I'm only on a 2-pound line, so any motion here really is going to lose me my... do I want to get my feet wet? All right, hold on. There's a rock right here. I'm gonna skip rocks. Try to get to this branch. Hold on, guys. You see that branch right there? I haven't just managed to pull that through the water on a 2 pound line, which is pretty impressive. Uh, well, now my feet are wet. But at least I'm not gonna lose the hook. Jeez. Come back here, dude. Okay, yeah. That's pretty respectable fish right there. Dude, I think that might be the same tree branch we caught on one of my live streams. Give me a second, guys. Now I hooked my glove. Things are going great. Okay. Hold on. Let me unhook my glove. Oh, nice. It was also a little dirty. Perfect. So I hooked my glove now. If this is not a typical Grand Yorka stream, and I'm standing in about 30-degree water now, and it's in my boots. I guess we're gonna keep fishing today. This is great. Yeah, I know. Now it's fully through my Sims glove that I just bought. That's good. All right, hold on. Let me get my tool. If this is not a typical Grand Yorka stream, I don't know what it is. Hold on. I was surprised the line didn't rip. Yeah, I guess one thing they don't tell you is that if you buy these nice wool gloves, you're definitely going to destroy them if you keep hooking them with your. But the hook stayed on. All right, let's keep going. Now I need to catch a fish. Hold on. Let me bring it back. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, that hook is fabulous. Hold on, give me a sec. Yeah, that was basically going as well as I expected it to go. Now I got to take my gloves off because they're wet, and it's 24 degrees outside. I did have a backup. I could have probably just let that piece of wood go, but something in me wanted to get it back. Oh, chopper above us. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Kenzo GC. What's going on, Sadur Sadili? Yeah, what's going on, Thule Trot Spring Raiders? I'm using your hook you sent me. Look, I'll show it to everybody. I have a pack of them in my pocket. I'm putting you on gloves because it's cold. These are the hooks that Thule Spring Trot Raiders sent me, and I put it on. All right, the state trooper helicopter is up in the air as soon as they start fishing. So I think they're in the live stream too. All right, hold on. So far, we only have a bruised ego. That's about it. I'm going to put on these gloves because they're going to keep me warm, and I'll put my wool gloves on top of them. Paul, what's going on, man? Let me check the chat. Let's see. What's going on, Paul? FNC, what's up, man? What's going on, everybody? It's good to see you guys. Now we have to catch a trout. So I'm probably the only guy fishing in the state of New Jersey right now, at least on the river. It is very cold. But I had these backup gloves, like rubber gloves. I figured if I'm going to get my hands wet, and I did get them wet in the first 5 minutes of fishing. So yeah. The only thing I really don't like is getting my feet wet. Hold on. I see that salmon egg we lost. So let's cast that one in. All right. Yeah, guys. So we had a crazy cold weekend with snow in Jersey, as you can see. The usual spot where I fish is fully iced over, but this spot, the water's flowing. So we just caught a nice tree. Let's see if we can best that by actually catching a fish. I'm just throwing out garlic eggs, not throwing any fake lures. Dude, I am cold. Hold on, let me do it again. I don't think I casted it properly. Yep, that's much better cast right there. All right, let me read the chat. Yeah, Thule Trust, if you guys haven't seen, he sent me a huge care package. I opened it on live, I think, on Friday night. And it was so much stuff that I'm going to share some with DCP Kayak Fishing. I really appreciate him. Yeah, it is awesome. It would be much more awesome if my feet were not wet. I think I got about 40 minutes I can fish with wet feet. Then I might have to run to my gym and hit the sauna. But yeah, we have a lot of snow. Hold on. I just don't understand why my egg is not floating down the stream. I wonder if there's no ice there. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to catch that drift. And I'm kind of surprised the current's not taking it. And maybe we can catch a fish in there. If there's trout left, they're going to be here. Wait, is Rivers here too? Hey, Rivers, I didn't see you. What's going on fishing with Rivers? Everybody's here. How you doing, guys? I think I'm the only guy in Jersey fishing right now. I'm definitely the only guy with wet feet in the river. Oh man, should not have done that. But yeah, I haven't fished since. I forgot when my last time we fished. I think it was. Yeah, basically I was itching to go out fishing, and I figured there was going to be some places we could still fish. And if anything's going to bite, it's going to be biting these Mike's salmon eggs, garlic flavored. I remember using these a lot when I was younger. They're pink in color. Something about them. Hold on, let me put my chest back properly on. Ken Duck C, man. What's going on? Hey, time of. I'm trying to read it. Tim of Fez the Road Angel. We're trying to catch a trout, man. We caught one last week, but it was much warmer. Hey, Paul. Let's see. Hey, Giles, what's going on, man? All right, you know what? Let's recast. Let's recast. I'm basically I'm gonna get in my car after this, and I'm gonna drive straight to my gym, and go straight into whatchamacallit, straight into the sauna. Hold on, that's what I'm fishing with right here. Gee, guys, I already caught one tree branch, so we're not doing too bad. Yeah, this is what I'm fishing with. Mike's garlic eggs. Eggs, as we said in Jersey. Let me see if I can just hook one out of the can. Oh, no, 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 no. Hold on. Oh, I did it. I hooked one of these bad boys right in the can. Hold on. It is so cold outside right now. Okay. Let me try to hide the hook a little bit. Yeah, but this bait, like I said, this bait has been around since the 80s. An old timer showed it to me 20 years ago, and it works. It definitely has a ton of garlic flavor in it. Gilles is coming to us from France. Paul is coming to us from Netherlands. We basically have Europe covered here. We're actually are we gonna have the World Cup here? Actually, there's gonna be games in Jersey. All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna toss this out there. Let's see if it works. It should work. Hold on. Hold on. Ah, okay, that was pretty good. Let it swim. Oh, it's actually taking line, which is a good thing. I'm just gonna toss it out there and let it bob around. Bob around, bob around, bob around. And that technique has worked for me before. Hey, Zero, what's going on, man? How's everybody doing today? Oh, South Africa. Nice. South Africa in the house, man. What's going on? What's going on, Real Tex Fishing? If you guys want to see a guy freezing his feet off, standing in the river, you came to the right place. It's 24 degrees in Jersey right now, and we're trying to catch us a trout. And this is the only place that's not frozen right now, within 10 miles of my house, probably. But it's pretty. Check it out. See this? It's nice. Ronnie, are you going to be fishing today? Paul, what I was going to ask, Ronnie, are you fishing today? Because me and my kid are going to be driving back around 5 o'clock. And we were going to watch you if you're going to live stream. And also, Paul, when is the next time you're live streaming? I basically want to put this garlic egg, I'm slowly reeling it back. But from what I remember in winter fishing for trout, they really don't move. They just sit there in one spot. So you really want to put this bait right in front of their face. Just like crappie, right? They'll just sit there. Maybe they'll move like 4 inches, 3 inches, but they're not going to really go chasing after it like crazy. So I'm slowly trying to swim this garlic egg somewhere. All right, we lost one garlic egg. We still got one. Yeah, if you guys double tap the screen, I appreciate it. I'm freezing my butt off here. Help a guy out. All right, stake in line. So like I said, my idea here is just to toss it. There's like a nice crevice over there, and hopefully it's gonna follow the current. And I know there's trout here. They're all gonna be sitting right there where my finger is. I've caught trout here before, and this is a pretty decent spot. Maybe I should put a little bit of weight on it. Let's see. If I get nothing in the next 5 minutes, I'm just slowly reeling it and letting it bob around on the current. If I catch nothing in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to reel it towards me. I'll put a little split shot on it. Nice. That's good to hear, Paul. See, sometimes it's not legal to chum here in Jersey. I think people still do it. I think on like this river, it can't chum, but there's a ton of carp here, especially the south branch of this river. That's where DCP caught a carp. Oh yeah, Tilly Springs. I have those. I might actually no, I don't have them on me, but I do use those too. I think that they outfish Mike's salmon eggs, but they're both good. Nope, I was just stuck on ice. I think. Give me a second, guys. Hold on. But there's a chance we can catch a trout here. I do declare. Keep getting stuck on ice. Let's see. All right, the second garlic egg is gone. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put a little split shot at the end of this line. Give me a second, guys, because I'm basically standing in the river, trying to not drop my rod, trying not to get hooked by this thing in my gloves, and still trying to catch a fish. Give me a sec. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, it is cold. Yeah, Two Springs. I caught a bunch of fish on Power X this spring with my kid. In the spring, I really like to use them. I like to use mealworms, and I like to use Power Eggs. All right, hold on. I should have a nice little split shot in here somewhere. But it is so cold. It is. Oh, I see it. Hold on. Hold on. I see it on the right. Here. Jeez. I gotta make some more space in this. It's a little hard to get it out when you have gloves on. All right, here it is. I'm gonna put this little split shot on and close this box, not drop it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, dude, the garlic flavor is strong. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put this little split shot. I don't know, like I usually put it like 6 to 8 inches, not 6 to 7 inches, but 6 to 8 inches. All right, we got a little split shot. Now we're gonna throw more garlic eggs on. Yo, what's going on, Paul DCD? Nice, got it. Rex Fishing says that he's just listening as you're working. Let's see, Charles later. Fa, I don't know what that means, but welcome to the stream. DCP, man, tell people how cold it is right now and how crazy I am to be out here fishing in this river. DCP is probably like 10 miles away from me. He's not going to let me lie. All right. So I put a little split shot just to help them sink a little bit. And we're going to throw them back on. Somebody told me to use rubber gloves under these Sims half gloves, and they were right. It's much better. I don't think these are real salmon eggs, but I like them. They do fall off much easier than power bait. That's the only issue I have with them. It's almost like you want to put something at the end to keep them from falling off. Let's try it. Oh yeah, it's much heavier now. Let's check. Let's toss it out there. Oh yeah, there goes the line. Yeah, this was a better choice. The only risk we run now is getting a nice snag. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Well, yeah, we'll keep the snow here. No problem, Paul. I just don't want to catch a branch because every time I go here, DCP, first I started fishing here in the first 5 minutes. I hooked into a branch. It's like sitting somewhere there. Hooked into a branch. Didn't break my line, but still. But because of that branch, and I'm now sitting like this, you see my shoes are wet. So I'm definitely feeling the cold right now. Yeah, yeah, gloves with bare fingers. Well, what I did is, like I said, I have bare fingers, but I put rubber gloves over them. And man, right now, it's like a Cadillac of gloves because I do have the feel in my hands, but I'm not cold. Somebody actually mentioned that to me on TikTok, and I was like, let me try that. And man, that saved me a lot of money from buying those expensive gloves that like where it closes off your glove. But I'm gonna have to wash my gloves because look, I'm gonna have to wash my gloves in warm water because I handled that freaking stick. Ah, I thought I had a fish. Man, I got excited. Pero no fish. All right. If we keep losing garlic eggs, I'm gonna have a problem with that. Let me check. Yeah, I think we're losing garlic eggs. This is not good. Look, they just come right off. That's a problem. That's a bozo no-no. I don't like that. So what I'm gonna do is I don't like that. I guess that's why people buy. I guess that's why people buy power bait eggs. Let me hold on. Let me see what else I have in my pack. I gotta figure out a way to keep the power bait eggs on. I mean Mike's salmon eggs on. So yeah, the big issue with these, for those of you that are just coming in right now, is they're just flying off the hook nonstop. And I don't have a bad hook. They're just we lost all of them basically. Let me see if I have anything in my chest pack. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Gilles, Gobs Beers. Let's see what Paul says. About next week, gonna do a carp stream. Nice. I'm now feeding the spot every 2 days. 5 kilograms of boilies. Jesus, man, you feeding five? That's 10 pounds of boilies. Nice. I hope nobody coconut milk. Nice. Wow, Paul. If you basically so in the next week you're gonna feed them like 60 pounds of worth of feed, man. It's like a pet. Oh, thanks, Real Text Fishing. I appreciate you saying that. Paul, what do you think about salmon boilies? I bought them only. All right, let's see. Yeah, DCP. I think in the spring we're gonna do carp fishing together. Even we might go kayak fishing for carp. Having a carp in a kayak with me is not my favorite thing to do. Hold on, look what I got. I got this. So here's what I can do. Let's try the power bait. As much as I hate using it. Oh, hold on. Well, I got gulp minnows too, but I have these in my chest pack. I have nothing else. All right, so here's what we'll do. Let's try the power bait. Paul, I'm not gonna make a thing out of it because oh wait, I even have like a little bowl in there. See that? Let's put a bigger one on. I'm surprised it hasn't frozen. It was in my car overnight. I don't fish with power bait often, you can probably tell. Let's put a bigger piece on. That's a big boy piece. You can tell because this is I bought this at the beginning of the season and I probably used it two, 3 times. Oh no, I don't know why I just did that. That was very silly of me. Hey, what's going on? Putra 4405. At least I can hide my hook in this thing. Well, I'm not gonna do the thing, but I'll do like a little thing at the end. All right. I know Paul is the professional of power bait. Well, he's professional of everything, really. All right, let's toss this out there. Paul is the power bait pro. Let's see. Yeah, 165 people. Oh wow, I just had a bite. Hold on. Okay, we got 165 people on live stream. Now I'm tempted to catch a trout. Double tap that screen for a like. I'm freezing on my fingers here for you. I'm only half joking. No, Paul, I know I'm not making a spinner. My hands, like, I think my hands are already back at home. I can't feel anything. Look, Paul, you see me? Look, this is ice. These are my feet. My feet, not water. You see that big hole in my foot? You see this hole in my foot? In my boot? So ice, wet feet, not feeling too good. What's going on, Ali Atani? Today was my first time fishing. Yeah, man, fishing is like that. No, Paul, I'm not making spinner because Grumpy Orc are very, very, very cold right now. I feel like I had a bite. Grumpy Orc are very cold. Oh, look, I lost my power bait. You see that? Wow. I wonder if that was a bite. That did feel like a bite. Hold on. Let's put the power bait back on. Yeah, I know, happy ends. Well, that's what makes fishing fun. Listen, I'm telling you right now, I'm still in my. I'm technically on. I'm coming back to work probably in March. So right now I'm just having fun. So if I do get a little sick today, it's okay. My free time is between 12 and 2:30. Yeah, but it's cold, man. I'm doing that cryotherapy right now for free. Who? What's the guy's name? Who's like the reptilian? Activate the reptilian brain. What's his name? The guy with a beard that everybody listens to. You guys know about cryotherapy? What's his name? The guy that like the Iceman. What's the Iceman's name? Somebody help me out here. I'm like Jersey Iceman right now. I don't always fish with power bait. I actually almost never fish with it. But today is a special day. Let me tell you that. We were fishing with Mike's salmon eggs, but they kept coming off, so I went to power bait. Comrade Morozov, how you doing, buddy? Comrade Morozov. Comrade Morozov, are you from Moscow? Uh, thanks, Jim. Jim says 157 in the stream. Well, now it's 137, but now we got more likes, Jim. Thanks. Thanks, Jim. Let's see. Happy endings. You fish like me, Holmes. Yep, I do fish like you. Comrade Morozov, you from? Oh, well, yeah. It's also cold there. Morozov is like a token Eastern European name. That means frost. I don't know if you know that. Moroz means frost. I remember back from my Eastern European days. Oh, Comrade is a carp fisher. Nice. I didn't even know they had carp in New England. You know the funny story about carp in New Jersey, right? And all across the United States, they brought them in to clean up the algae, like those grass carp and everything, and they spread like wildfire. I think bringing in species to clean up other species is basically has been a one mistake humans have been making for the past 100 years. It didn't work out too well in Australia. But yeah, expectations of catching something are low. I'm definitely going to catch a cold today because I think my feet are already back home right now. I just got to walk back to my car. And but you never know. We've been catching trout slowly but surely. And I appreciate you staying in the chat with me. You when I played Battlefield, when I used to play Battlefield, I had names like that. I think my name on Battlefield when I used to play FPS games, it was Inspector Petrenko. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate looking out for me. 8 more likes, people. Come on. No fish guaranteed to catch. Oh, look at the stream, please. What's going on, Crackers Whack? You know who said that originally? Whitney Houston. And Whitney Houston actually is a native of New Jersey. And I used to work in the town where she was born and lived as a choir girl. I met a lot of people I met that knew her and her parents. Pretty sad story, though, with Whitney Houston. She got caught up with the wrong people. But yeah, she's native from Jersey. She basically grew up like 5 minutes away from Newark in a small town. It's not a small town, it's of East Orange. They actually have her picture hanging up in East Orange City Hall. She was an amazing singer. Let's see. Oh, we're down to 61 people. Oh no, everybody left us. Paul, Jim, thanks for hyping up the stream, man. Everybody left now. But at least on a day like this, standing in a nice icy river, it's like free therapy. We got ice over there. But yeah, if you're gonna fish something like this, if you're new to fishing, you definitely want to fish that band right there, that where it curves right around the shoreline. That's where the fish will probably hang. And what I'm doing is I'm just letting it float, and I'm very slowly dragging it back. Double tap. Paul, on that live stream, the last live stream you did, I saw you catch that huge. What was that fish? I forgot. You what do you call that in your language? But I feel like, geez, I completely it's like skipped my mind. You caught that huge predatory fish. Come on, it's like a big perch. Oh my god, I think my brain's frozen too. I can't believe it. Not muskie, not pickerel. Come on, somebody help me out. Who was in Paul's stream last time? What'd you catch, Paul? Hey, Adventures with 4C. What's going on, man? At 4C, man. No, I'm freezing my butt off in North Branch of Raritan River, not too far away from Bedminster. Well, actually, I am in Bedminster. I'm the only crazy guy. Oh no, no. Okay, good. We got it back. Probably the only crazy person fishing right now. Did we lose the power bait again? No, we didn't. The power bait's still here. All right, here it is. Xander, right? Yeah, 4C. We're in North Branch. I don't know if you ever fished North Branch, but you might recognize this spot with the two bridges by the AT&T office. It's a very, like, everybody knows this spot. This is where you'll see like 20 guys fishing on stocking day. But for the past 2-3 weeks, I haven't seen anybody here. There's still fish around. We catch one or two every stream. Well, we catch one. I'm not gonna lie about that. We caught one last stream we did, and we let them go unintentionally. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. So, what do you call Xander in English? Walleye. Walleye. There you go. Walleye. So Paul on his last live stream caught a humongous walleye. I mean, that thing was what, like, I know for him it's small. He told me they catch him up to twice as big, but it was like a decent size. It was what, like, I think it was about 2.5, 3 feet in length. No, it was like 3 feet in length, easy. Not three, maybe like 2.5, right, Paul? That was a beautiful catch. Yeah, definitely. South Branch is a better fishing anyway. North Branch is kind of. I just fish it because I live right next to North Branch, and there's less people here. So I know a couple of holes on North Branch. You probably fished the area around Far Hills, but yeah, we're just letting a power bait float in the river. Maybe we'll put it in front of somebody that'll want to eat it. 24 inches long. Yucky slob. What should you invest in? Invest in a good fishing rod and a reel and get out there fishing, man. Best investment you'll ever make in your life. You're joining a fishing stream, man. Let's see, 63 people. Oh, we got 50 likes. Here you go. Thank you. I don't haven't caught much fish yet, but I appreciate it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw it here to the right. It's still a decent time to catch a smallmouth bass, and I know they're around here because I catch them in the spring. Well, good thing I pulled it out because we have no bait left. Oh, this is tough. This is very, very tough. All right, let's do it one more time. Yeah, invest in a fishing rod. I randomly started fishing again when I was a college kid, and I'm so happy I did. You can still go to Walmart, and for $30, you can walk out with a decent light combo and catch enough fish to feed yourself every day if you really want to. I wouldn't recommend doing that in Jersey because we do have a couple of very polluted places. But yeah, fishing probably one of the cheapest hobbies if you just want to catch fish and not be fancy about it. You can feed yourself. All right, so I'm just putting this orange power bait on. I'm gonna have to wash these gloves when I get home. These are the fanciest half gloves I ever bought in my life. They're made by Sims. Sims half gloves. Got them on clearance. All right, that's good enough. Oh yeah, lake is completely frozen over. Lake is done, unfortunately. I was expecting to fish for the next couple of weeks, but Paul, the cold front came into Jersey so fast, it's not even funny. Oh, it is a perfect cast right now. If I don't catch fish, I'm going to be very disappointed in myself. I just gotta let it sit there. Nah, I think. Let's see. These gloves are warm, but it's so like I think they're a great glove for like 30, 40, like for 40-degree weather. But what I did is I did a trick. F4C. I put on like rubber gloves underneath them, and the rubber gloves really help because once these get wet, once the wool gloves get wet, you're screwed. It's even worse than having no gloves. So I got them wet because I got my hook stuck on the log. So as soon as I got them wet, I pulled out regular rubber gloves and I threw them on. And now I'm pretty warm. It's probably like 25 degrees outside, 26, and I can't say I'm like suffering. My feet is a different story though. My feet are completely frozen. Lunada the Fairy. No, the hooks I'm using, it is a number 6 hook. That's an amazing eye you got. But it's not a, it's a hook that was sent to me by one of my viewers. Thule Spring Trout Raiders. It's a mosquito hook by owner. And it is a size 6 though. Very good eye. I usually use size 8. I even use size 10 sometimes. But I wanted to put more bait on the hook today because, and plus my hands are like frozen. So I went with the size 6 hook. The fact that you picked that up from a live stream is pretty cool. Yeah, Bergen County is a little warmer. I was just driving in Bergen County. I had to take my kid to an orthodontist. And Bergen County got some nice places, man. It's a very, very affluent county. All right, let's check it out there again. And thanks for the support, guys. Thanks for the likes. I'm very humbled. I am not promising much catches today, but it's very nice to see all of you in the chat. If you are in Jersey, you're probably your only game right now is to either go shore fishing for tog and maybe still try to catch a striper, or you can go do what I do and stand in the middle of the river and try to catch a trout because you really have to pick your spots because most of the river is frozen now. And you can also do ice fishing. I don't think Jersey is ready for ice fishing yet. You know what we should do, DCP? We should, or you at least should try to go. You can go tog fishing in Belmar. There's like a parking lot where you can go out on a dock and just fish. As long as they got good connection there, I think that's a pretty good spot. I've never been there, but I met a guy at Walmart the other day that told me about it. Hey, Sasha. I think your name is Alexander, right, Sasha? I think I checked your profile out. Ah, no, that's not a fish. I think I lost my power bait at this point. I think I got stuck on ice. Oh, no, I didn't lose my power bait. That's surprising. Yeah. No, I didn't lose it. That is very surprising. Oh no. Trying to hide power bait. All right, let's let it drift in there. I am European. Not the cool European, though. I'm an Eastern European. I don't have the cool German accent. Oh, man. No, I'm no, not Russian speaking. I mean, I can if I want to. I'm originally Ukrainian. I think if you're in Canada, you guys have like 20% of the population is Ukrainian now. Let's see. Couple spots have safe eyes, but not by my sense. Yeah, for C. Well, so Sheikh, once you get into Eastern Europe, it's basically just a mess of people that are intermixed. I've never checked my genealogy tree, but I think I'm just a giant mutt. Everybody after World War II, everybody got mixed up because what the Soviets did, they moved everybody around. So if you lived happily in Moscow, they took you and moved you to some like crazy region of Ukraine because they try to make everybody kind of equal in terms of like Russian language and everything. Even Poland, a lot of Polish people still speak Russian. Yeah, it's been tough. Hey, Todd Wilkins, you're German, Irish, and Scottish. That is actually most of my friends are that kind of mix, and also Italian. That is a very common mix for tri-state. Scottish people, low key, are super smart. Scottish people are like they're such a small country, but they basically control. They created whiskey. They created genetic engineering, and my smartest professor at Rutgers was Scottish. And man, he was so humble. Probably the smartest guy I ever met. Also very cheap. Yeah, Paul, that basically describes my live stream. We go fishing, we end up with a pumpkin. We get a state trooper helicopter over us because we're fishing right next to the golf course. And then I also end up having frozen feet because I didn't under prepare it. Anyways, if can I help somebody out? If you plan to go fishing this winter, please don't do what I did. I showed up and boots. You see that hole? You see that hole? Yeah. Don't do that. Please make sure you have like waterproof socks or something in your shoes, because I have a high chance. I'm already slowing down. I have a high chance of catching a nice flu or cold today. If you go out fishing, if you don't have money to buy nice nice boots for fishing, go to your local Goodwill, and there's a gazillion of nice Columbia shoes. And please do that. I'm gonna save you a trip to the hospital because right now, if my wife saw me doing this, she'd probably kill me. But at this point, I'm just gonna because they do make waterproof socks. So even if you and I, of course, I have waterproof socks, but am I wearing them right now? Absolutely not. But yeah, please keep your feet warm and dry because that's actually the number one reason soldiers died in World War One and World War Two. It was all in the feet. No, we question the case nothing, Eric. Yet. Yeah, for see, that's kind of how it went. So what Russians did after they basically divided Poland. My grandpa was also in the Red Army. Both of my grandfathers. I don't know how they survived. One of them had a really rough time. But Both of them were in Red Army. One of them was a medic. That's how he came out of that war pretty decent. But the other one was like a hardened commander, and yeah, he did not talk about war at all. So he saw some stuff. He was a very tough guy. Like there was no joking around with him. Yes, but yeah, if you're Polish, you're basically your land was divided by Russians and Germans in 1939, and then Germans took over, and then the Russians came back and took over. It's just like I actually grew up in a region that used to be Poland, and there were still some buildings named after Polish people. It's just wild, man. The whole history of Eastern Europe during World War II is just wild. A lot of people got killed. Let's see. Let's see what you guys write. No, Demon. Uh, I was talking about the people that I meet that are older, like older. Like I meet people here in the United States that there's a big Polish population, uh, and I know that I think some of them spoke Russian. I'm talking about like 70s, 60s, when a lot of Polish people immigrated into the United States for a good reason. Anyways, let's see. Let's see what you guys say. We caught nothing yet, Eric. No, I don't have a roll of duct tape, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go home in about 20 minutes or so. Let's see. Yeah, I know, G-Man, but when they stay in the water like that, they usually do it for a YouTube video. How they're strong. I'm just doing it for free right now. I'm just fishing, man. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Creative food. We want plastic bags in our feed. It also helps the food go in the boat. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it, Ron. I am not gonna make the same mistake again, as you guys probably learned about me if you ever followed me in my live streams. I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, but I do learn from my mistakes. And believe it or not, I bought a pair of waders too, but today wasn't like one of those wader days. I have waterproof Sims socks that I bought years ago that work great. I have wool socks by Sims, and I was not expecting to go in the water today, but here I am, standing in the middle of the river. Let's do catch fish. Ah, no, no. Ah, hold on. Let's see. The whole time I've been talking to you guys, obviously I've been fishing, but it's been tough. Hold on. Let's see what I did. I'm just happy to be out here today, though, even with cold feet. I was waiting to fish for like past 5 days. All right, what should we do? Should we do Mike's eggs again? Let's do that. For some reason, the Mike's eggs they come off the hook really easily. Hey, Sydney, Australia. I'm living my life good. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I'm just living, man. I'm trying not to trying to go through this salmon egg and not have to deal with it. Hold on. Yeah, foresee. You're right about that. I completely agree. I mean, the water levels in the rivers have been so low. I got away fishing without waders for many years. But yeah, if you go and trout fishing, you want to have waders on. I'm gonna scope. Maybe I'll go in my next live stream. I am definitely gonna be better prepared. I picked up a pair of Sims waders a couple of months ago, a used pair, and I'm just watching my line go. Thomas Zerbino, come on, catch me on one of my your birthday. Dude, you should not be on YouTube on your birthday. Come on, man. You gotta watch Rania on your birthday. He'll catch you a gazillion fish, and he'll name them after you and feed them to his birds. Rania is the guy you want to watch if you want to see people catching fish. You never know, though. We might catch something. That's how the streams usually go for me. I catch nothing in the beginning, and then we come back strong. Hey, Josie, what's going on? I think I live in the capital of deer. Jersey has so many deer, and F4C and Kaya DCP won't let me lie. We just have deer laying on the sides of the streets after they got hit by cars. There's so many. Hey, Sashek. It was fun hanging out with you, man. Stop by next time. I'm sorry I didn't catch you any fish. I'm gonna try. Maybe I'll try to take you guys saltwater fishing if I don't die from hypothermia today. Fish the pebble. Hold on. I'm trying to read the comments. All right, Sashek, or Alexander, take it easy, man. Yeah, that's very true. Jersey, we might have more deer than people. Hold on. Oh, I got one, guys. Hold on, everybody. I pull now. It ain't no fish though. I'm not gonna break your heart. Look at that. Look at that bend. Look, I caught a piece of ice. How depressing can this stream be? Hold on. Look at the color on this one. Oh my God, beautiful fish. Oh yeah. Now this is a native Jersey ice. Oh, all right. We're gonna release this one. All right. I think that's a good sign that I should probably change my spot. This is native Jersey ice. All right, hold on. Before I get it stuck in my glove. Here we go. Now, I think that's a sign I should change the spot. Let's change the spot. Ah, no, I cannot. My feet feel nothing. Dude, it's like a video game. Hold on. Let me put my hook away. I think that's a good sign to change the spot. We started catching ice. Hold on. Oh, oh my God. All right, we're out. At least we're fishing. Hold on, guys. There's one more spot I think I might catch a fish at. And we're going to go there now. This park is completely empty right now. Hold on. The problem is my tip's frozen over. And it's a little hard to... There we go. Come on. Yeah, next time I'm going fishing, I bring my waders with my wool socks inside. This is not a joke. Okay, let's go. Let's go for a little walk. Maybe like 3-minute walk if you guys can handle it. Hey, Thomas Garbino, you're from Staten Island, so you know the struggle right now. Well, you guys can probably fish the shore, right? You can fish the surf right now for stripers still and tog, but you got to find good spots. You probably know how bad the striper season has been in Jersey. Scott B, what's going on, man? All right, so yeah, as you guys can see, I wasn't joking. We got snow everywhere. They haven't even cleaned the snow here in this park. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for looking out. What did Jersey say? She making fun of me? Today will be tough. It's windy and cold here. How cold is it in Florida right now? Tell me, Ronyo, how much are you suffering? So we usually fish right there. That's where we fought the heron. You see that spot right there? That's where we usually fish, but it's you can see it's fully iced over. There's another spot I want to try before I call it quits. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. Let's see. What else do you guys say? Scott B's in the house. Who else is here? Josie, you get a lot of viewers in your hunting stream. You should just keep doing them. That's pretty good. I joined your hunting stream, but all I saw was a I could hear you talking, and I saw the like you have like that hideaway spot. That was pretty cool. All right, now do I want to fish over there? I don't see any fish. At least there's water moving. Hold on, there's one spot I really want to try. Like you can see, nobody was even down here after it. 66 degrees in Florida. Man, Rania, you're really suffering out there. I think I have an icicle under my nose right now. Hold on, let me check. I gotta check myself in the mirror. Whew, my God. No, I still don't have it. Everybody's waiting for the steak. Leave Joyzy alone. Oh my God. It is cold out here. Oh, so cold. That's some sort of an animal. I think that was a fox. Let's follow the tracks. All right. I know what neige means. I know that means snow. Yes. A lot of neige. All right. See, we're the first people to go through here after this animal. That ain't no deer though. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop over here. Hopefully I don't bust my butt. We're gonna pop over here, and right there I caught a huge trout about 2 months ago. So I want to try my luck again. There's a hole right there. You see that? I'm gonna show it to you. That right there is where I caught my trout. Ryan steals your brain ruts. That's a long name. What's going on, man? Oh man, it is cold. Like I have good hope for that spot right there. Here's what we're gonna do. Because I don't want to put any more Mike's salmon eggs, I'm gonna put on orange trout power bait. I'm gonna hang it out there. You can see that I do not fish a lot with power bait. Like I said, I bought this can about 2 months ago, and we probably used it a couple of times on the live stream, and that's it. I really like to fish for trout with trout magnets, gulp minnows, and what else do we use? Even night crawlers. But right now, the easiest bait for me to use is definitely power bait. It's the easiest one to put on the hook in these conditions. I'm gonna have to wash everything after I come home today. Let's see. You looking at a place in South Carolina? Well, don't go to North Carolina because it's getting basically unaffordable there now because of all the people from Jersey moving and New York moving there. Florida too. Florida, I'm sure Raniel loves people that come down there from Jersey and New York. Probably the least respectful kind of people. Especially, I'm not sure in the fishing community, but man, I know my buddy works as a real estate agent around Miami, and he tells me some crazy stories. Let's see. Huh. There's ice floating by me. I thought it was a fish. Let's see what F4C. I do agree with that. I do agree with that F4C. Let's see. Yeah, if you guys ever want to be a mod, Paul is your man. Paul probably also will catch more fish in one live stream in weight than I'll catch in a whole year. I mean, and I don't say that lightly. The guy caught how many sturgeons did you catch in your last live stream? Was it 9 or 10? And I think the combined weight of those fish was probably around 600 pounds, maybe a little bit less. So my trout bait right now is in perfect spot. If there's a fish there, it's gonna eat it. The question is there a fish there? This is a perfect setup right now. I see it basically right in the mid column, right in that hole right. I'll throw it again. This works perfect. So I'm using just a little split shot, a size 6 mustad hook given to me by Trout Raiders, and a little piece of power bait. And it's just it looks pretty in the water. Let's check. Let's see if we can get one. All right, just gonna let it float a little bit and lock it in. And basically just it was perfectly positioned. If there's a fish there, it'll eat it. Your biggest fish was a juniper pier, was a massive kingfish. Nice. That's cool, man. Are you from Florida? Nice. Yeah, I know a lot of Florida guys catch sharks. I see it all the time. Sometimes they'll even catch it off those huge bridges, like a 7 mile bridge, and they have that net that they drop and put the fish in it. I don't know how much strength you have to pull that out properly, but those are like some of the coolest videos I've seen. Let's see what Jersey writes. I was supposed to meet Scotty Fun Fishing Adventures today. He was something for him, but I'm not going. Him and his family don't need my sickness. It's that season right now. I think 2 weeks ago when my kid was sick, half of his school was out sick. It's just that season right now. Everybody's getting sick. I felt like I had COVID or something when my kid got sick. It like put me down for about 3 days. All right, let's see what else. What else can I read? Yeah, Jersey, we hope you are feeling better. Just make sure you drink a lot of fluids. And my favorite go-to when you're sick, it's hot tea with lemon and honey. All my doctor friends swear by it. Nobody knows what it is, but that's the first thing I start drinking if I get sick. Probably gonna be drinking that today. Oh man, it is cold out here. All right, FRC, we'll catch you later. But do people fish off the 7 Mile bridge? Because every time I see like I used to ride a motor. I rode a motorcycle a couple of times over the 7 Mile bridge, and it kind of like got burned into my memory. So now every time I think about people fishing by the bridges, I'm assuming that's a 7 Mile bridge, but obviously that's just a terrible assumption. Do people actually fish around that area too? I know there's like some sort of a broken bridge where they film the movies. Hold on, my tip is a little frozen. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I know the fishing's been very tough. I don't mean to bore the hell out of you, but you know, I'm thankful. I had to get out of the house and fish today. I did all my chores and everything. I'm gonna be working tonight. I'm just gonna keep throwing this power bait with hopes of catching something. You think you want to do? Well, whatever works. But yeah, lemon, black tea with lemon, a lot of lemon and a lot of honey. You don't have to go crazy on the honey, but lemon is what really. It's basically like vitamin C. I just that's what I give to my kids too. Just make sure the tea is strong. My buddy is a very smart guy, and he swears by it. Hold on. He's actually a dock in Stanford. Hold on, let's let this go. I can see the power bait. It's kind of perfectly positioned right now. I guess maybe there's just no fish there. It's perfectly like right in the middle of the water and it's floating up and down. I'm gonna just leave it there for a little bit. Zero has lemons. Yeah, Zero. Hook Joy's out with a lemon. If you don't have lemons, I guess. Well, just make sure you're drinking fluids. That's all I can tell you. Make sure you drink like a gallon of fluid a day. Oh man. Look at that huge turkey vulture up in the sky. I'm surprised there's still. Look at that thing. It's waiting for me to keel over from all the cold. Hey, Cindy, what's going on? We have one sick person in the chat, which is Joyzy, and I'm on my way to being sick. My feet are still wet, but I'm fighting it. I'm probably going to be able to fish for the next 20 minutes, and then I'm going to call it a day. But at least the scenery is nice. Look at this place. Got little streams going around me. It's pretty cool. Can't believe it's Jersey. Silication striped bass and blackfish at the Verrazano Bridge and Marine Parkway Bridge. Nice. Yeah, I've seen people on the boats. The people with right now this season for saltwater fishing, guys on the shore didn't do well, but guys with boats did amazing. Everything I've seen from guys that have boats is they've been killing it. I've seen some crazy tog being caught too. I really want to catch a sheep's head. That I really want to catch in the summer in Jersey. There's a ton of them down south. There's actually still no limit on them. Hey, Tully Springs, what's going on, man? Tully Springs is the man. Check out his channel, guys. Tully Springs, I gotta tell you, man, just keep making shorts. If you're worried about not making good shorts, all you gotta do is just look at my shorts, and then you can definitely be better than me, right? Your last short, I think, got you like 7 subs right away. So yeah, just keep making shorts till you get to 50. I think you're almost there. But we're struggling. We're definitely struggling. I have something at the end of my line, but I don't think. Oh yeah, we got a big old leaf fish. A Jan Fook. It's cold. I don't know if you want temperature in Celsius or in Fahrenheit. It's about 24 degrees Fahrenheit. Probably like minus what? -4 Celsius, -5. Very cold. All right. I mean, I'm casting it at the right spot. If I was a trout and I was there, I'd be eating that power bait right now. Like, I feel like fishing with power bait is almost like cheating. But we're getting no fish. I wonder if I'm next to the ice. Hold on, I'm going to put it in that stream, open my bail, let it float down. My biggest fish I ever caught, I don't know. Like, if fish from the boat count, I caught a bunch of stripers. I went out with a bunch of firemen from my department years ago. Oh, I think I just had little bitty bites. Oh, look at that snow coming down. I caught probably a 20-pound striper, but that was years ago. I'm talking 15 years ago. Our B guy gave us 5-gallon bucket of honey. Dude, that is a major flex. Zero, are you serious? Your neighbor gave you a 5-gallon bucket of honey? I hope you hook him up, man. You know how much that is worth, right? Especially if it's real honey. That's like worth $1,000, dude. Man, I hope you reciprocated. That's super nice. That's like two spring trot raiders sending me my care package. Damn, 1 gallon of honey from a natural source? That's priceless, man. Oh, thanks, Jan. Jan Fook. That's your name. Yeah, zero. He's doing work with that 5 gallon bucket of honey. Send me some. You're better than most of us being brave enough to go out there. I'm not brave, man. I'm just dumb. That's basically what it is. I was sitting home. I wasn't sitting home, and I was just. It was my kid's birthday. I had a lot of people over. I didn't fish for 5 days, I think. So today I was like, I'm just gonna send it. And look, I am not brave. I'm just stupid. I'm sorry to use that word, but I just got to be realistic. My feet. I think my feet. They got back in the car already and went home. Please don't do what I do. Please put on waterproof boots and very, very warm socks if you go fishing right now in Northeast. And if it's your first time ice fishing and you don't have the money to buy brand new ice fishing gear, go to your local Goodwill. The stuff I found at Goodwill in Jersey is insane, especially for kids. I found brand new hiking boots, brand new winter boots for basically $10. They're brand new. They still have the labels on them. Yeah, don't get cold. Because I feel like if you go out fishing, you get a cold, you get sick, that kind of beats you down, and you never want to go fishing like that again. I'm 1000% sure that's exactly what happens. What's going on, Kevin? Damn. Why so zero? You know what, Zero? I'm never jealous of people having cars. I'm not jealous of people having nice houses. But I am jealous of somebody that has a 5 gallon bucket of honey that was given to them for free. That for a 40-year-old, that's a major flex, dude. That's like that's like some serious supply, man. You can live off of that for like a year. When I used to live in California, I used to buy honey from like a farmer, and 5 gallon bucket of honey probably cost like $300. No, no, yeah, we're not. Well, some of them are ice fishing. I'm definitely not. I'm not doing ice fishing for sure. I keep hearing. Oh no, that's just ice. I keep hearing things in the water, but I was thinking it's fish, but it's not fish. You can probably hear these little cracks, but that's just ice. All right, let's change up a spot. We're not getting anything here. Fish. He's not. He no here now. He no here. I had the most perfect presentation. If there was a trout there, he'd eat it. Disappointment. Disappointment. Strikes again. All right, let's get out of here. No, I will not be ice fishing this year. That's 1000%. And the reason I'm not doing it is there's two reasons. To take me ice fishing, and number two reason is I really don't have proper gear to go ice fishing. And I already spent all my money on a bunch of fishing stuff in the fall, so I'm definitely not spending any more. And I just bought a pair of Sims boots, so that's it. I'm tapped out. All right, here we go. Let's go one more spot, and I'm gonna call it a day. But I appreciate everybody hanging out and giving me a like. That's super nice. Somebody was here on that big tire bike. Do any of you? Is that a big tire bike, or was that a snowblower? No, it wasn't a snowblower. Any of you have those big tire bikes? Are those nice? They were like all the rage during COVID, like fat tire bikes. I think somebody was riding their fat tire bike here. You see the trucks? Anybody have a fat tire bike? Give me some feedback. Yeah, we definitely can't drive our cars on ice in Jersey. I don't think we ever had those winters. But if you go up north, that's basically for them. That's a Tuesday. They actually do ice racing upstate New York. I really wanted to go there one year. I was gonna build a race Miata. I used to be really into Miatas. We bought a cheap Miata, and we're gonna take it ice racing. But when we realized how much money we would need to spend to properly prep the car for ice racing, we kind of decided to not go through with that endeavor. And look, I'm here we go. Let's try it. No guarantees we're gonna get a fish, but we can try. This spot is amazing in the spring. This spot is great in the spring. What I like to do here, I'll cast in, and the current here usually is a little stronger than usual. And I like to cast in and just slowly drag it up. I'll let that power bait just kind of wiggle. And we're stuck on something. Oh, that was ice. Ah, man. Anyway, thanks, Zero. You think we'll get to 100 likes? Double tap the screen, please. Do the magic. Ooh. Oh, I thought somebody was behind me, and I was being all weird on the stream. So that's not a good combination. It is a very picturesque spot, if you can see it. But right behind there is I don't know how many of you remember how big AT&T used to be, but that was their main world office. And when AT&T made a bunch of bad financial decisions, they lost that place. I don't know who owns that now, but right behind it, there's actually like still a security company that patrols it. But AT&T moved out of there, and they sold that property to. But that was it was like one of those crazy offices you see in movies. Like that road, they built these two roads just to go to that office across this river. And they lost that space, I'd say about 10 years ago, and got picked up by some property management company. And now it just sits still. There's a huge retention pond on that property, but I probably will get shot if I try to fish it. Hold on. Hey, Vanessa, how you doing? Sorry, I'm just seeing you guys enter in the chat. How you doing, Armin Torabi? Hi, Grumpy. Remember me? We once talked about fishing rods on Timu. Yeah, possible. Not on Timor, but oh yeah, that is possible. I did talk to about fishing rods on Timu. One thing I can tell you is, if you plan to give somebody a gift, please don't buy them a fishing rod off of Timu. I'm sure they're great for like a kid. They probably work great. Oh, whoa. Okay, I think almost went for a little swim. I'm sure Timu rods work great if you're either a seasoned fisherman or you're a kid, because if you use them consistently, well, I guess what I said doesn't make sense. But I guess Timu rods are good for kids. I know Ranyo uses some stuff that he buys on Timu. I've seen his live streams where he used them. Let's see. Armin said, today I got my first fishing rod. It's really nice. It's a basic beginner rod and it wasn't too expensive, but definitely does the work. Dude, I started with some sketchy rods. I've always fished with cheap rods and I've never had a problem. But once I started fishing every day, that's when I started breaking things. All right, hold on. Speaking of breaking things, ah, we got him back. Hold on. Oh no, I have a. Hold on, guys. I have to strain this out. Let's see. Mike the Fish, man, I'm from PA. I love that winter trout. It's quiet and beautiful. Yeah, winter fishing is great because nobody wants to go out and fish. So the river is usually you have the river to yourself, right? But in PA, you guys catch real fish. You have a lot of you can't don't you catch steelhead uh right around the lake? Because my hold on, I don't know what I just did. Bear with me. Bear with me, ladies and gents. I'm trying to keep up with the chat and trying to still fish. Hold on. Yeah, PA has some crazy good fishing, especially like around the lakes. Let me see what the chat says. Hold on, guys. Let me just hold this in my hand. Today, guys, first. Yeah, Mike the Fish. PA is awesome, man. Jersey, make sure you get them deep. Some still good, some junk. Yeah, we're talking about Timo. Paul says 9 more likes. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, if you do want to leave me a like for just standing here with my rod in my hand and not fishing, I'd appreciate it. Just double tap the screen. Let's see. Yeah, Jersey, I think if you listen to Paul's advice and eat a bunch of spicy food, you'll definitely become a nose breather. Let me tell you. You'll need all the air you can get. Paul, you got to be careful, man. Not everybody can handle spicy food. Let's see, caught a 10 pound. Nice. Sometimes I break a reel and lose 3 lures just got from store an hour ago. 2 black spinner reels I'm going to give away. Team's rods are good because of the first free shipping, but they really, unless you go 50 plus range. Otherwise, just get some warmer stuff. You're starting out. You're absolutely right, Jan. Let's see. Hey, real AF fishing. What's going on? Tomo's going to be in a. I use 11-foot ugly stick with a Penn 700 SS. Yeah, Penn is a great reel. They make a lot of good saltwater reels. Let's see. Best with my bait caster. Nice. Let's see. Last comment. Lake Erie, but I'm from Harrisburg area. A lot of walleye. Oh yeah. That's so my father-in-law goes fishing in PA. He always comes back with a bunch of steelhead. He comes back with a bunch of walleye. He's a serious fisherman. He goes fishing. He actually lives in New York City, and his main spots are he goes fishing in PA. He does some fishing in Jersey. He goes shore fishing around Breezy Point. But the big time fishing he does, he'll go out to Ohio with his friends. They go pedal fishing. I don't know if you guys know pedal fish, what pedal fish is, but the only way to catch a pedal fish is to snag it. And if you don't have a good guide or you don't know what you're doing, you'll never catch a pedal fish. You can snag, I think you can snag one a day or something. You have to snag them, otherwise you can't catch them. And there's like a season for them. I think it's in Ohio, or it might actually be Michigan. But you can catch one of them per day, and he goes out fishing for that too. All right, last couple of casts. I can't feel my legs anymore. I can't even keep up with the chat. I think my brain's frozen. Last couple of casts. You never know. We've caught fish on in the last 5 minutes of the live stream before. Come on, Power Bane, don't let me down. I wish I had good fishing gear. Dude, when I was a college kid, I was so broke, I didn't even know what good fishing gear was. I would just buy, there used to be a company called RTF. They're definitely bankrupt right now for all the right reasons. But I used to buy, that rod and reel, man, I used to take it saltwater fishing. I had no idea what I was doing. I used to take it saltwater fishing. It was a freshwater reel. And I still have it, believe it or not. And I didn't go bad. But as I got older, I started appreciating little bit more expensive stuff. But there's nothing wrong with fishing with cheap stuff. I think the biggest fish I ever caught in my life, even recently, it all came on cheap gear. And definitely gear I wasn't supposed to catch a big fish on. Jimmy Goodman. Yeah, it's an average day of fishing in Jersey in December. There's another YouTuber that his name is from Jersey. He's a really cool guy. His name is Lord Almighty Fishing. He has about the same amount of subscribers that I do. And he just posted a video. He also caught no fish fishing. It's just that season, man. But sometimes we catch trout. All right, I need 5 more likes. All right, I might have to get in the water. Look at all this ice. You guys wanted me to catch you a nice fish? Of course. I don't know if that was a good idea to cast right into where the ice is, but what's the worst that can happen? We need 5 more likes. Double tap that screen. Help me out. Oh, dude, I'm gonna catch some ice for sure. Hold on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast it upstream, which is not a great idea, but it's my idea. Every time I cast upstream, I get snagged. I was there last catch, your last catch, right as I ended. Nice. Yeah, we've caught some fish on the last 5 minutes of fishing. Those are usually the most exciting streams. All right, hold on, I'm stuck. Nah, I'm not gonna cast upstream again. That is just bad business. That is bad business. I'm sorry for boring you guys. We got 4 more likes to 100. Come on, help me out. All you want for Christmas is your 2 front teeth. Nice. Tampon Bass, you're 74, would never quit fishing. Linda, you're absolutely right. I have a client who was in his mid 90s when he was still, well, he was early 90s. He was 93. He was fishing and he was 93 years old. His name was Milt. And he would be on a part, he would go to party boats up until he was 90. It was just wild. And you got to keep moving. In that age, my mom is in her late 70s. She has a garden. If you stop moving, that's it. It's over. So whatever you're doing it right. You got at least 20 good years of fishing ahead of you, if not more. If you stop moving, basically it's over. That's what I learned. Really, fishing. Yeah, man. It's not about the fishing setup. It's all about the fisherman and the spot, right? Listen, there's a guy that we see fishing in the surf. He brings bamboo poles, and he casts the line out by just he just casts it out with his hand, and he catches fish all day. I think most of the world people just fish with hand lines. My kid and I went fishing with hand lines when went on vacation last time because we were technically not allowed to fish there, and we had a ton of fun. The only problem with when you fishing with a hand line is you have zero drag. So like if you catch a big fish, that was our problem. We were catching some big snappers, and they would just rip our. We had 10-pound line. They would just rip the line, and that was the most upsetting thing ever. That's the problem with hand line fishing. Let's see. You're absolutely right. If you fish every day, it's worth getting higher in gear, man. No clue what they're, man. Youngins, though. There's a lot of garbage, but you know what? So Shakespeare and Ugly Stick, they make the best cheap gear in the world. Like, look, we on most of my streams, I fish with that Shakespeare ultralight rod that costs $25, and sometimes I even like it better than the Daiwa Presso. Yeah, the water is actually clear on the phone that I can see with my glasses. There's a kind of like I'm fishing under that ledge. What's all and where are you fishing at the moment? What kind of fish? We're fishing for rainbow. We're basically fishing for stock trout. There's still a couple of trout left in this area. This is where they put about 400 fish in the fall. We were catching about one a week, and there's still some left over. So we're trying to catch a stocked rainbow trout. For those of you that are just joining us. Oh, we hit 100 likes. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I think I got about 5 more casts in me. My feet, I cannot feel them anymore. They're just gone. But I appreciate the 100 likes. That's really cool. Peace. That's really nice. I'm just happy to be out fishing and seeing my all my old timers in the chat. When you go 5 days without fishing, you almost feel like it's like an addiction. You feel like it's just let me get out there. I'm not doing anything bad. Let me just let me just get that rod in the water, please. Oh, okay. Not slip in the water, just the rod in the water. Fishing is definitely addictive. And if you combine it with YouTube live streaming, it gets even more addictive. I almost have everything I could want. I just need a mermaid. Zero, you need a mermaid? I don't know, man. Depends what kind of income she got. You might get one of those mermaids that wants to take half of your income. You gotta watch out, though. Mermaids, man, they're real. You gotta be careful with those mermaids. Party boats, I miss them so much. How much is nowadays for porgies and bluefish? A party boat is kind of getting pricey in Jersey, and it all has to do with commercial insurance and just general cost of living in Jersey. But party boats in Jersey, if you're still in the chat, I'm sorry I didn't answer your question right away. But party boat, you're looking at least $100. I mean, you can do party boat for less, but I mean, think about it this way: you got to drive there. You got to, if you're gonna do party boat in Jersey, you got to get on Parkway. You got to hit the tolls. You got to hit the. Then, if you don't bring your rod, you have to rent a rod for $15. So party boat, like if you, especially if you take your kid, you stop by, get lunch somewhere, or you're coming back, it's a 200. I took my kid party boat fishing, and at the end of the day, it's a $200 trip, no matter how you look at it, and that's minimum. What I like to do is we're gonna do that next year. Is if you charter a boat with a captain and you have 6 guys with you, the charter is like $600, but you have your own private boat. You don't have to worry about crazy people. Like some, I don't know if you ever seen videos of crazy people acting out on party boats, but like I've had bad experiences on party boats. That's why I prefer now to have 6 buddies with me to go just fishing off a private boat, private charter. It basically is the same amount of money, maybe a little bit more expensive. You got to give the guy a tip, but they'll fillet your fish for you. You'll catch more fish, and it's just a better experience. It's more like a private experience. So I think next year if I'm going fishing, I'm not doing party boat. I'm doing a private charter. It's basically almost the same amount of money if you have 6 people with you. I have Eagle Claw rod with Zebco and the Boy Colorado when I was 15. Nice. That means you take good care of your rods. I'm just responding to Jimmy. If you have a rod and reel from 1981, that just means you're a better man than me. I take decent care of my stuff, but I think my oldest rod is the rod I got in 2005. But it's a cheap rod. I think it's a Shakespeare. It's a Shakespeare rod. But yeah, if you have a rod and reel 44 years old and you still use it, you're a better man than me, dude. I would probably have it broken. Zero me to last time I was fishing, the jumped old lady in the water. Wanted to, oh no, Paul, that's a wrong kind of mermaid, man. That's a mermaid with liabilities. 100 likes, we hit it. Have here. All right, I'm gonna catch up to the chat. I'm sorry. Oh my God, guys, I gotta catch up to the chat. I'm sorry. Always go early for the back spot. Private charter for 600 is wild. Used to be 7. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't respond to all of you right away. I'm just reading the comments. Yeah, so last charter I went to, it was 6 of us. We paid $600. We just want to take our kids and catch a keeper fluke. So we caught 3 nice keeper fluke. So that was worth it too. But yeah, it's $100. I'm sorry that I didn't keep up to the chat. Um, I apologize for that, guys. I'm like freezing my butt off here. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Hey, Skipjack Cindy. I've seen. Oh wait, hold on. No, that's not a fish. While I was reading the chat, I've caught fish before while reading the chat. I'm going to do the last cast because I cannot feel my feet. I kid you not. I got my feet wet, and it's pretty cold out here, so I'm freezing my feet off. Let's see. Let me read the chat, so I'm not disrespectful to you guys. I'm sorry. As long as she cooks and cleans, she can have whatever she wants. I don't know, Zero. You got to be careful, man. You got to be careful with mermaids. 3 keeper fluke is a great day. It is a very great day at 4C. It's been really hard to catch a keeper fluke off the beach. There's a couple of guys that have their spots around Sandy Hook, New Jersey, but they're super secretive.
I just I just walk like a 1 mile stretch, and I'll have like 20 fish, but they all short. Yeah, Thomas, if you get a kayak, make sure it's an ocean kayak, and go on Facebook Marketplace. I'm telling you, man, in January and February, people are going to be stuck with bills that they like. Me too. I'm going to be behind on my bills. So just listen to this advice because I used to flip things on Facebook Marketplace years ago. Go save up some money and go kayak fishing. Kayak. Kayak look on Facebook Marketplace, and you're going to see some crazy deals. There's a combination of people that are selling off the kayaks that they bought during COVID, and there's a combination of people that are trying to like catch up on their bills that are going to be selling all their hobby stuff in January and February. That is the time you want to find yourself a kayak. If you can find a guy in the garage that set up his kayak for ocean fishing and never used it, there's guys like that out there. That is solid advice because I've done that before myself. I bought project cars in January and I realized I was over my head, and I sold those project cars in May for like double the money. It works the same with cars. It works the same with hobby stuff. Everybody sells off their stuff. I'm not a vulture, but sometimes I'll buy project stuff. Like I walk on cars that are worth $5,000, selling for 2,000, and I'll buy them, just thinking I can finish the project. But yeah, that doesn't always work out, as some of you guys know. All right, here we go. So yeah, check your local Facebook Marketplace if you want some crazy kayak deals. I'm telling you, they're gonna be out there. Let me see. I cannot feel my feet anymore, so we're gonna cut it short. I hope you guys are okay with it. What's up, Paul? What's going on, man? Hey, how you doing, Kaylee Ruggs? Adventure. Let's see. Skipjack Cindy. You guys are funny. Um, okay. I have now have a trickle coming out of my nose. That means I should probably go. My feet are frozen. My ego is done. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna be looking out for live streams for the next couple of days. I don't think I'll be fishing again till probably Wednesday or Thursday, depending on how my schedule goes. I have a lot of work coming up, but I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me. I got 112 likes. I caught no fish. I feel like I owe you guys. I really don't know. I feel like a hoax, but I appreciate. I'm trying to like freaking scale this hill. But I want to thank you, and I'm gonna be watching out for your live streams today. And thanks again for Tule Springs Trout Raiders for sending me a care package. That was very nice. Just the guy that I met through live streams sent me a beautiful care package. I appreciate you. All right. And lastly, I did tell you guys that for 3,000 subscribers, I was going to donate my T cells at a cancer center. I got my blood test done Friday. I think I'm going to get the results today or tomorrow. And I think on Thursday or Friday, I'm going to go into that chair for 4 hours, and they're going to stick a bunch of needles in me, and I'll donate a bunch of T cells to cancer patients. And I didn't forget. I'll update you with a post when that happens. All right, that's just a little thing I wanted to do for the